So you want to create a character. You want to create a character that is exciting, interesting, that will have your audience sitting on the edge of their seat, wishing for and dying to know what's going to happen to your characters. Well, that does take a lot of practice, but I do have some tips on how to get there. Okay, so this is a triangle. I mean, obviously it's a triangle, but these 3 corners of this triangle represent the 3 most important things for making a strong character. The top point is what I'm going to call the physical want. It is the obvious object or thingamabob that your character wants and is super important to them. Your character will make goals to get to this thing, and your whole entire plot will be centered around this thing. Let's follow the stories of Cinderella, Star Wars, and Spider-Man so you can see what I mean. Cinderella wants what? To go to the ball. Spider-Man wants what? To save people. And Luke wants what? To become a Jedi and learn the ways of the Force. It makes a cool story and adds some enchantment and magic and the cool factor, but ultimately the thing that will make your character the most relatable is going to be their relatable and emotional want. This is the second point of the triangle. It represents the emotional want of the character. This is less obvious, and so I kind of want you guys to practice being able to identify what they are, just because it's not as obvious. So let's take the Cinderella example, and I mean, it's pretty on the nose, but everyone remembers that Cinderella wants the ball, but we don't always remember what it is that she wants emotionally.
You are not my problem anymore.
Is that what I am? Your problem? I have done everything you've ever asked me to do, and still you've denied me the only thing I ever wanted.
What was that?
What do you think? You are the only mother I have ever known. Was there a time, even in its smallest measurement, that you loved me at all?
How can anyone love a pebble in their shoe?
And we can all at least understand how important and just vital that love is from a mother. And that's why that resonates with us so much, as we know how important that is to us. All right, so let's try another one. This one's a little harder. Let's see if you guys can see what in this clip Spider-Man is wanting emotionally.
You don't know Spider-Man? No, I don't. No. Well, I'm not really supposed to talk about it.
Well, that's awesome. Hey, you know what? Maybe you should invite him to Liz's party, right?
Yeah, I'm having people over tonight. You're more than welcome to come.
Having a party?
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. You should totally invite your personal friend, Spider-Man.
It's okay. I know Peter's way too busy for parties anyways, so.
Look, forget the flying vulture guy, please.
Why?
Yes, why? Because I said so. Sorry, I'm talking to a teenager. Stay close to the ground. Build up your game helping the little people.
But I'm ready for more than that now.
No, you're not.
Okay, you thought about it? Spider-Man wants the respect of Tony Stark and his peers, and his crush, especially. Why do you think the writers chose this? Well, if you think about the audience of Spider-Man, they're teenagers, and these are really common themes and experiences that teenagers have. They want to feel accepted by people their age. They want to feel like they're grown up, and they want people to see them as not a kid anymore. Like, these are themes that the audience that watches Spider-Man really do identify with, and Luke, of course, he longs for he's just really good at longing for things. Of course, in the scene, he's longing for adventure. He wants to be more than just a farmer. And he also wants to become a Jedi because his father was a Jedi. And he wants to reconnect with his family roots and find out who he is. Moving on to our last point, vulnerability. Basically, as cool as it is to have super confident, super powerful characters, what's even cooler is when a character who is vulnerable, human, who reminds us of ourselves, moves from being that vulnerable character into someone who is powerful. Cinderella was abused by her stepfamily. She couldn't do anything about it. This is connected to her emotional want, which is she wants and wishes she were loved by her family. Luke is just a farmer. He isn't cut out for adventures.
I can't get involved. I've got work to do.
He also loses his aunt and uncle, also a very vulnerable moment. This is connected to how he wishes that he were made for more than just what he was doing. It's connected with how he is already isolated from his family, first his father, now his uncle and aunt. And Spider-Man, well...
You gotta get better at this part of the job.
I don't understand. I'm intimidating.
Come fix this.
2 hours. You deserve that.
I got ice cream in
You
here,
deserve
man.
that. You're a criminal. Bye, Mr. Criminal.
He's awkward, he's a teenager, he makes mistakes, he messes up, he's a nerd, he gets picked on.
No Death Star.
What?
We love these things about him.
No way. That's awesome. How many pieces?
3,803.
And this is connected to what he wants emotionally. He wants to be viewed as an adult, as someone who is respected and strong and a hero just like the Avengers. He wants to be seen as more than just a kid, and he wants to be accepted by his peers at school, which is exactly the point of vulnerability that he has. Does that make sense? So that's where those two are connecting on the triangle. All right, now that we finished the triangle, how do we know what to choose for these 3 points? Well, I think it's always easiest to start with the emotional want. There will always be like a billion different physical wants that you could find for your character, but there are actually only about 4 basic emotional wants to choose from. To be loved by a family, to be accepted by one's peers and community, to break away from the common community and find adventure elsewhere, or to protect one's family and community. These are called archetypes, and we'll go into them more in the future. So once you choose one of these 4 archetypes, now you can think of what vulnerable situation can you put your character through that will make them long for these things. And then once you've decided that, then you can come up with a physical want that can represent that underlying emotional desire. All right, and then you have, I guess, not only just strong characters, but a powerful plot to start moving forward with your story. Okay, that is all, guys. I hope that triangle helps you, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun just developing your characters, and also just looking at stories, or maybe even your own story, and seeing this triangle and identifying those different points and how it really just makes you care about each character. All right. See you guys later. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed that because I enjoyed making it. Speaking of emotional wants, dreams, and adventure, this YouTube channel, Sunrise Storytelling, is an adventure and dream for me. I just have this vision of creating this little corner on YouTube that is safe, warm, and fun to visit, where people can learn how to tell meaningful stories and where we can share each other's stories too. So, if you believe in me, it would mean so much if you subscribed. Or if you want, become a patron if you want to be even more involved. Thanks everyone, and I hope you'll have a great day. I really do.